This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tell Tanner.
Time for the Lancer Locker on this Monday evening. I'm Tell here for 102.1 FM AM 1450 KYNT, talking Mount Marty University Lancer athletics on this Monday evening. And I am so happy to tell you I'm finally getting over the flu. This has been great. It has kicked my butt. I have been down for like 2 weeks. Oh man, I'm finally feeling good again. It's great. It's great. I love how good you feel when you're done being sick. So today, in celebration, we had a couple of dudes in the booth today talking Mount Marty University soccer, as there's a lot going on with the soccer program right now. They've got a co-ed league going on. They got a men's league that is starting right now. So we had in a brand new athlete for the program in Marvin Klur, who, as I say, brand new, is brand new for the program. He just joined the soccer program a couple months ago. He joined at semester, and this was the first time we were able to have him in the booth. He's from the UK, over in London, West London, I believe, just came over here recently. And we also welcomed back Joshua Ndoli, who is from Rwanda, the sophomore that we spoke with earlier this year. We spoke with him in the fall during the season. It was good to see Josh again, have him back in the booth and catch up on everything Mount Marty Lancers. And of course, we had the head coach for the Mount Marty Lancer men's soccer program in Sheldon Spellman, talking about those co-ed and men's leagues that are coming up, the GPA that this team ended up having, which was top 10 in the nation in the first semester of the year, and of course the season overall. That is the interviews today on the Lancer Locker. I spoke with all three of those guys a little earlier today, had them in the booth this morning. For now, let's go ahead and get to our week in review of everything else going on around Mount Marty University. Started off with the tennis programs who just started GPAC play on Saturday. They hosted Midland University today. Those results should be posted on mountmartyathletics.com here pretty soon. Men's and women's tennis hosting Midland today. And then in terms of shotgun sports competed at nationals over the weekend on Saturday, I believe it was. And it was Andrea Suka and Cadence Ferguson who competed for Mount Marty at nationals. In trap, Andrea posted an 81, Cadence had a 71. In ski, Andrea finished with a 59 out of 100, and Cadence Ferguson had a 53 out of 100. That was the performances for those two at nationals in shotgun sports. In archery, the Vegas shoot is coming up this weekend, Thursday through Sunday of this weekend. Over in Vegas is the Mount Marty University archery program. That has been one of the biggest shoots around the world for years, and Mount Marty goes and competes at it every year, and I'm looking forward to giving you the results next week from that. That'll be a fun one. Let's go to track and field, as outdoor track and field season is ready to begin this weekend with the Wayne State College Wildcat Classic, which will be this Friday, Saturday. Outdoor track and field season is beginning this upcoming weekend. In golf is full swing once again. We have begun that. On the men's side of things, they've already had one meet. They had the Doane Invite in Lincoln, Nebraska last week. And then this weekend, March 27th and 28th, Friday, Saturday, is the Graceland Invitational in Missouri for the women's program. In baseball and softball, the softball team is 1-3 in conference, 8-14 overall after the first couple of conference games. They did split with the College of St. Mary on Thursday. They won 9-2, and they fell 8-6 in the two games there. They then faced Dordt University on Saturday down in Sioux Cedar. Road games there. They did fall in both of those ones. They will take on Buena Vista University in Storm Lake, Iowa tomorrow. That's up next for the softball program. They return to GPAC action on Friday as they host Briar Cliff University starting at 3 o'clock on Friday. And turn to baseball now, as the Mount Marty University baseball team won a couple of games over the weekend against Waldorf, fell to Briar Cliff. So on Friday, they defeated Waldorf in two games. Both scores 13-2 was the final. They really got the bats moving, kept Waldorf to 2 runs in both games. 13-2 final of both of those. And then on Saturday, they played Briarcliff. It was a 4-2 loss to Briarcliff in the game 1 and a 17-10 loss in game 2. The Bats really got moving in that second game. Upcoming this Friday, it'll be 2 games versus Dordt University here in Yankton at Bob Tereshinski Stadium at Riverside Field. 1 o'clock will be the start time there. We will have coverage of those 2 games versus Dordt on KYNT TV and right here on 102.1 FM, AM 1450. And that is our week in review of Mount Marty University Lancer Athletics. With that, let's go ahead and take a break, come back with a couple of student athletes from Mount Marty University in Joshua Ndoli and Marvin Klur, a couple of Mount Marty University soccer players. We'll be back with them right after this. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
Hi, I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate. Buying or selling a home can be complicated, but with 20 years of experience, I'm here to put you at ease and make the process as easy as possible. We offer moving boxes and the use of our courtesy trailer to make your real estate journey a smooth one. Call me, Deb Speck, with Vision Real Estate, 605-664-5555.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more, all at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, bison, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. The Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake on Highway 52. For more, call 689-3000 or go to themeatlodge.com.
Looking for quality furniture and mattresses at a great value? Start at Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. We carry leading brands like Lazy Boy, Ashley, Flexsteel, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster with styles and comfort options for every room in your home. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to help you find just the right fit for your home and with flexible financing options to help you bring home exactly what you want. Furniture, mattresses, and trusted brands all in one place. Slumberland Furniture in Yankton.
The SureCo exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any SureCo electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized SureCo distributor or find us at sureco.com. Demand the best. Demand SureCo.
The madness is here, and every game feels bigger than the last. Buzzer beaters, busted brackets, and underdogs stealing the spotlight. Whether you're packed into an arena, cheering from the couch, or enjoying the game at your favorite watch party, make sure the cooler's ready. Because in the middle of all the madness, one thing should stay easy. Cold, crisp, and always refreshing. Grab a Bud Light and enjoy every second of the ride.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
All right, back here in the Lancer Locker, 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT, KYNT-TV. I'm Tell, your host for the Lancer Locker. Now talking with Mount Marty men's soccer student athletes in Marvin Klur and Josh Ndoli. Thank you guys for coming in and talking with me first off. Thank you for spending the morning with me.
Thank you. We appreciate you welcoming us here.
Thank you for having us.
So let's go ahead and talk about the two of you guys. And kind of interesting to have you both in the booth as we are three different corners of the world right now. We got London, Rwanda, and South Dakota. So that is kind of interesting as now we're meeting in Yankton. I want to start it off with Marvin, as you are brand new to this program. You were with Coach Spellman at Bethel last year, I believe. You transferred in to Mount Marty just months ago at semester. So first impressions of Yankton since you've been here for almost 3 months now. What's it like?
I'm actually really liking it. You know, I think the people are quite friendly. It's a good environment. And I think it's just it's a good place to sort of grow as a person, like in academics and even like in my sport that I'm playing.
And you grew up in London, correct?
Yeah, in London.
What part of London?
West London, Slough.
West London, all right.
Yeah.
So where did you play in, like, club teams growing up?
I played club teams. I played abroad a little bit, but then ultimately I decided to just take the jump and come to America.
Why'd you want to come to the U.S.?
Sort of just to explore. A big thing was to play and to also just have a new opportunity in somewhere else because I just like the idea of being in America for a bit.
You mentioned playing abroad. Did you play any other countries besides?
I played in Bulgaria.
In Bulgaria?
2 years.
So you went, wow, how many?
2 years.
That's when?
From 15 to about 17.
That's incredible. What led to that? Was there some sort of program that...
Sort of the COVID year. COVID was going around and my mum's Bulgarian, so she just made me come with her and I ended up playing there for 2 years.
That's pretty cool. So you've traveled quite a bit.
Yeah.
You grew up in the UK. You've played in Bulgaria for a couple of years. And now over in the US, you were at Bethel and now South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be one of the most well-traveled guys in the program, I assume.
I might be. I'm not too sure.
Well, that's awesome. We're going to come back to you in a moment. We're just going to talk a little bit more about that. And now we'll welcome back in Josh. Lancer fans might remember you as you were here this fall as we were talking. And you didn't get to play a whole lot with that boot the last time you were in the booth. You weren't playing at that moment. So out of the boot, and that's good to see. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I was out of the boot after like 3 games. Then we had really a nice season where we reached the semifinals for the GPAC. But really looking forward to like having more progress in the team, like having new players, having a same program with new goals.
And we talked about this a little bit last time, but you're from Rwanda. You came over once again across the pond. You had a long journey over to Yankton, South Dakota. How has Yankton been treating you?
Yeah, it's a really good environment. The people are nice here, and I'm really focused on school and working my stuff way up for my soccer.
And you'll have to remind me, how long have you been in Yankton now?
From August last year.
From August.
Yeah,
so it was your first South Dakota winter then. How did this one treat you?
I mean, people said it was supposed to be bad, but it wasn't that bad though.
It really wasn't this year. We've had a lot worse in the last couple of years. You got kind of lucky with that one.
Yeah.
But let's talk spring. Now, spring training is coming up for the two of you guys. I assume you've kind of started getting out there and getting rolling. I think, Marvin, you told me before we started, it's 5 a week, right? 5 practices a week?
Yeah.
So what is it kind of looking like? What's the daily schedule for the two of you?
We're having practice, then we have to go to the weight room, working on our bodies and stuff. So it's really getting us up and rolling for our next games.
When it comes to training, obviously, when it comes to this upcoming year, what are some of the things that the two of you think you maybe would like to improve on in your own personal game? Let's start with Josh this time. What are some of the things that you want to improve on?
I want to improve my strength and my strength on the ball, be able to bully like the strikers, you know.
You want to bully the strikers. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Marvin?
I think for me is to just start scoring a few more goals, just getting more goals, more assists, because I think that's just my job. So.
And are you a striker?
I'm a winger.
You're a winger?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I don't have you on the website yet, so I was wondering on that. So how have you been kind of meshing with the team since you just came in?
I think it was actually, since coming in, I meshed with them quite well. I think everyone's quite friendly. We all got along quite easily and quite quickly, so I didn't really feel like an outsider. They welcomed me in quite quickly.
And one of the cool things about the men's soccer program here at Mount Marty, a lot of guys from all over the world, which is really, really cool. That's got to be fun for you guys as well. Obviously, living in South Dakota, there's some local guys, but a lot of guys from Venezuela, from Colombia. I'm going through your roster right now. South Africa, Brazil, and then a couple of guys from Yankton and Brookings, South Dakota. And that's just really fun to have all of these different cultures all in one room. What's that kind of like for the two of you?
That really helped us because we are together, like we together as a team. There's no like groups or something, and that helps us to like with games, how to manage games. If we like take a loss, we come together, we regroup. Like that helps us. Yeah.
So let's go to you guys off of the soccer field in terms of what you do when you're not playing soccer. Marvin, what are some of your hobbies? What do you do when you're not playing soccer or studying?
I like to sort of just go out with my friends, just sort of drive to like Sioux Falls and just explore a little bit because it's quite a big area. So it's a lot to explore, a lot to go around and do. Or I'll just play PlayStation with the boys in the team. We'll just play FIFA together.
I know this area is quite a bit different from London. I guess I do not know very much about Bulgaria, but have you ever been in an area like this that is this wide open spaces?
Not really. I'm sort of used to quite built up areas, but I think this is quite nice. It's something new and something I can get used to.
Cool. And Josh, what are you doing when you're not playing soccer?
I like to play video games. I like to have fun with my friends, go out, have some dinner or lunch, something like that. Yeah.
So what's your favorite video game?
FIFA, obviously.
Figured. What else do you play besides FIFA?
Call of Duty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call of Duty and FIFA. I like that. I got a couple of guys in the building here that are doing the exact same thing. All right. Outside of after school, what are some of the future plans? We'll go back to Josh. Future plans. Now, I know you guys have maybe got a couple of years to finish deciding here. Neither of you are graduating, correct? No. So what are some of the future plans?
I'm doing business right now. After getting my business degree, I want to go into sports management because I would like to be like a coach too, like Coach Sheldon. Yeah.
So you're going into coaching, huh?
Yeah.
So have you been talking to Coach Spellman a little bit about things you need to do to become a coach?
Yeah, I feel like I need to first finish my degree, then I can focus on sports management.
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah.
Go over to Marvin. Future plans.
I'd like to sort of maybe potentially open a business, like a coaching business. So obviously get into coaching first and then maybe start my own coaching business because I've got a few friends I know back home who do the same thing. And I'd like to sort of expand that and do that in America.
So coaching business, like you mean like coaching other coaches, like teaching?
Not other coaches, but like, you know, like in the summer, like summer camps and like just teaching younger players.
Right. So like traveling camps and helping out. So not just sticking to like maybe one team, but really traveling and really helping a lot of people.
Exactly that, yeah.
That would be really, really cool. So what do you have to do to kind of get there?
Well, I'd sort of need to, you know, I feel like coaching would help. Firstly, I need to be coaching a team. And then from there, I need to just expand my knowledge a little bit more. And then I can sort of develop that, sort of start a business and just try and help players grow.
That's awesome. Well, now, as we finish it up here today, obviously you guys are from a long ways away in Rwanda in the UK. Do you have any message for your family, people that might be listening to this that you don't get to talk to every day? We'll start with Josh.
I really miss you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you, but I feel like we're still connected, like we still talk, but I really miss everybody back home, yeah.
And Marvin, do you have any message for the people back home?
Yeah, same for me. Like, it's nice, you know, talking to everyone still, but, you know, it'd be really nice to see everyone face to face again. Obviously, it's been a little while, so it'd be nice to visit.
Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by this morning and taking the time to talk with me, get to know you a little better, and introduce you to Lancer fans. Marvin, it's good to have you both in the booth, and thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you for having us.
Yep. This is the Lancer Locker on KYNT. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and go to the head coach of the program in Sheldon Spellman. Back after this on the Lancer Locker.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, and chocolate chip cookies.
Literally sweet.
Oh, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Practice, meetings, errands, homework, life doesn't slow down. That's why Yankton Pizza Ranch makes dinner easy. Our buffet is hot, fresh, and ready when you are. Pizza, desserts, and the country's best chicken. When your schedule's packed but you still want something delicious, make it a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch, serving daily from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
At Parker of Yankton, we are powered by the hard work of our employees, the loyalty of our customers, and the support of our community. Together, we're engineering success like never before. Looking to start the new year with a career where you're valued and appreciated? Join the Parker team today. Visit parker.com to apply. From all of us at Parker of Yankton, thank you for making this year unforgettable.
Parker, engineering your success.
To a fresh start and boundless opportunities, here's to a new year of success and celebration from all of us at Parker of Yankton.
Hey Lancer fans, time to hit the court at Lewis & Clark Ford. The Ford F-150 is your power forward, strong and ready for any challenge.
The Ford Escape is your point guard, fast, agile, and perfect for daily drives.
The Ford Explorer is your center, big, bold, and built for the whole team. Meet our new finance manager and sales manager, plus an all-new sales team, bringing fresh hustle and hometown heart.
Check out the full lineup at lewisandclarkford.com.
Lewis & Clark Ford, your home court for unbeatable deals, right at 4th and Capitol in Yankton.
No matter where you go to follow the action, be sure to enjoy a cold, refreshing Miller Lite or Coors Light. Whether on tap, in a can, or in a bottle, the smooth, refreshing taste of these beers make even the biggest upset easy to swallow. So kick back, grab another round, and get into the game. Miller Lite and Coors Light, always a win for any fan. Get them today at your favorite place to buy beer.
It's time to stop making excuses. The peace of mind you get after a colonoscopy is worth it. It's the best way to prevent and detect one of the deadliest cancers. In fact, your doctor can remove precancerous polyps during the procedure if necessary. That's right, before it even turns to cancer. No excuses. Get a colonoscopy at 45 and follow up every 10 years or as recommended by your doctor. Find a location or schedule now at avera.org/colon.
All right, back here in the Lancer Locker, 102.1 FM, AM 1450 KYNT. Thank you to those couple of soccer players we just had in the booth for Mount Marty University. And now we get the head coach of the program, Mr. Sheldon Spellman. Thank you for coming in and talking with me. Once again, we've had a couple of talks over the last year as you are in your first year as the head coach of the Lancers, successful first year, I would say. Can you give me your thoughts overall on how that first season went and how spring training's going?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us in. First year was a dream, honestly. It was, a record-breaking season. We were able to win our first playoff game for the first time in the university's history. We had a 133-point increase in conference games in terms of points that you won. And then the guys managed to have the 10th highest GPA in the country out of all NAIA. So when we're measuring success in terms of in the classroom, in the community, and then results on the field, it was a really, really strong start. And we're excited to, build on that this spring and then carry that into the fall.
Yeah, as a lot of people say in coaching, it's not just about the wins and losses. It's about building up these young men to be the best versions of themselves. And you said the 10th highest GPA in the nation. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, and the credit goes to the guys. We put them in an environment and we do some study hall sessions, but they just take care of business. And they buy into achieving in the classroom, achieving on the field. They have goals. And so, they took care of business, and it was really cool to see.
What do you do in terms of study groups, in terms of focusing on the classroom, or is it mostly just them taking the lead?
A lot of it's taking them the lead, I'll be honest, and taking responsibility for their own development as a person. But we do organize study hall sessions, things like that, where we get them in a room and they're working on different assignments and within their groups and their classes, all of that, and just taking care of business.
Let's talk about the two guys that you brought into the booth today. We've talked about Josh and Doley a couple of times this year. We had him in the booth, obviously. I know that you like him a lot. Marvin, I got to ask you about Marvin Clare as well, as he is brand new to the program, just came in at semester. What is it about these two guys that make them special?
Well, it speaks a lot about their character to come from across an ocean, different continent, go to Kentucky for Josh, and then Marvin to be in a small town in West Tennessee, and then decide, okay, I want to make the move to Yankton, South Dakota. So straight away, that tells you a lot that they're brave. And they're both just really, really good young people who are serious about their development as players, serious about their development as young people, and want to make history at Mount Marty. And so they're a perfect fit to work with as a head coach and have them here.
I want to talk about the different cultures in your locker room, because this is really cool to me. Just looking at your online roster, seeing guys from Venezuela, from the Ivory Coast. You got guys from Colombia, Brazil, South Africa, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Yankton, South Dakota. That has got to be really, really fun in those early season team meetings of getting everybody together and just seeing how everybody gels. What is it like getting all of these guys together and making them a team?
Well, we try to get everybody connected from the get-go. So that includes group Zoom calls, things like that over the summer, connecting with everybody. But that's the beautiful thing about soccer. It's a global game. And so all these kids from all over the world, their love of soccer connects them already. Then we get them at a wonderful place like Mount Marty, and there's goals for us to try to chase as a team, we get connected pretty quickly. And like I said, they really are a wonderful group of young men to work with who just love soccer.
And they get to obviously experience a lot of different cultures, as do you, as you are from Oklahoma, I believe, is where you ended up growing up, and now obviously getting to learn all about these different guys from around the world. That's got to be really special for you.
I love my job. I always tell people I've got the best job in the world to come to Mount Marty and get to coach these kids from all over the world and help them improve. It's amazing.
And I assume it's not just soccer and not just classroom either. A lot of these guys coming from around the world, you got to kind of teach them how to be a South Dakotan in terms of getting from A to B, in terms of finding apartments and doing groceries, just the regular stuff. What is that kind of like?
Yeah, there's definitely an education process. I mean, there was an education process for me here in South Dakota. You mentioned the winter with some of the guys. So that takes some adjusting to, especially when you think about where they're coming from, in different parts of the world, right? But yeah, when they get here on campus, we want them performing at the best that they can be. So a lot of that is helping them get settled in, showing them, okay, let's managing the different parts of their life, right? Their sleep, their nutrition, the way they train, managing their personal life in the classroom. That's all stuff that we think about helping them get adjusted, because we know it promotes, learning, growing, and a happy situation here in Yankton, because it's so different for them.
Absolutely. There were a couple of things that you wanted to talk about here today, and things that are going on right now and coming up in terms of co-eds league, a men's league, and just things like that. A lot of soccer going on. Can you tell me about those? Yeah,
so one of Mount Marty's lifelong values or core values is community. And Coach Chicks and I with the women's team, we were able to start a co-ed league this spring that's just taken off. We've got 6 teams every Sunday evening, which has been good fun. And that's been so good. We're going to continue it into the summer. So starting first week of June through July, we'll have a 7-week league minus the 4th of July weekend with a co-ed league. And then we're also going to start a men's league on Saturday nights. So that's something to look forward to. And it's been good fun getting all these people from all over the community. We've got some Sioux Falls people all come into our field house in Mount Marty and playing soccer on Sunday evenings.
It's at the field house, is where
Yes, at the field house. Yeah.
Nice, out of the elements too.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, get rid of all the horrible conditions, and we get to play soccer and have fun.
So who's all playing? Just anybody gets to come in and have fun? What is it?
So the way there's MMUsoccercamps.com is the link website. You can sign up. You buy a player card for $15, which is valid through anything we do during 2026, and then teams register separately as a group. So we've got some Mount Marty faculty and community members in a team. We have a couple local businesses who have made their own teams. We have a coaches team who is doing okay. And then we had some people reach out who wanted to play but didn't have a team, so we were able to connect all of them, make a house team. And so, yeah, we've got a bunch of different teams kind of in the mix.
You mentioned house team, coaches team. Are you playing?
I am. Yeah. I'm playing.
What do you play?
So growing up, I was kind of a number 8, which is a box-to-box midfielder. But now I strictly play in attacking moments. I'm not any good for defending.
Not a defender, huh?
No, I got to save myself for when my team has the ball.
That's awesome. Oh man, who's your goalie on your team?
So it's actually our women's coach, Coach Chicks. Yeah, and he's been really good lately. He's getting better and better.
There you go. That's awesome. Have you got to play against any of your players?
No, so we don't have any of our players playing in the league. However, there's a couple of guys who want to stick around and be graduate assistants, and so we let them join the house team. But I didn't let them play against the coaching team. So
no, you don't want that smoke.
No,
huh?
They sat out that game and they play in every other game.
That's fair enough. That's fun though. So every Saturday, Sunday night here in the area, there's soccer being played, which is fun.
Yes.
That's awesome. Would you give people where they can go to look into this, sign up again one more time?
Yeah, it's MMUsoccercamps.com.
MMUsoccercamps.com. That's a lot of fun. All right, let's talk about your team in spring training with the men's soccer program. We talked with these two guys about how it's 5 practices a week plus lifting and all that. What does it look like in terms of scrimmages? What are you focusing on this offseason to get better for this fall?
Yeah, I mean, the way you said it's perfect. The fall is obviously all about team performance, and then once you shift to the spring, it's about individual performance. If they can get better individually in the spring, it makes it a lot easier for us to get better in the fall. So yeah, we're together 5 times a week. We're just training 3 of those weeks, and then on top of that, we have weight room sessions every Tuesday, Thursday, and then a light technical session after that. In the weight room, it's all about power, speed, improving their athleticism. And then in the spring, in terms of training, it's more geared towards individual development, technical development, things like that. And then we've got some spring games lined up, which will be excited. We're playing Northeastern Community College in Norfolk, along with Central Community College. We have a little triangle that day. And then there's a new school called Mariachi International University in Fairfield, Iowa, that's looking to go NAIA. They played some GPAC teams last fall, and so we're going to play them this spring as well.
When are those?
So April 11th, we have that triangle with the junior colleges. Then April 26th, we have that home game here at Crane against Mariachi.
That'll be awesome. That'll be really, really cool. And that's a brand new school, you said?
Brand new from what I understand. I know brand new in terms of athletics and what they're looking to do in the region.
With the soccer program,
yes,
at the very least. I gotcha. So next fall, team goals. You had one heck of a season this year, obviously, as you mentioned, winning the first playoff game in school history. That was super cool. And obviously being the 8 seed, going and beating the 1 seed. That was a very, very fun thing at the end of the year. So goals for next season. Where's the trajectory of the program? Where do you want to be?
Well, next year we want to be more of a mid-table, high-table team. The goal this year, I remember in our first preseason meeting, it was let's get into the tournament, see if we can upset some big teams, and then obviously have good GPAs. And so we ticked all of those boxes. Everything went to plan. This year we want to be maybe a top 4 team and look to host. The big thing is getting into the tournament and then, trying to make some noise. So that's always the baseline. And then if we can improve on that, I think we can, and we're excited about that.
So let's turn to this upcoming off season in terms of the summer. What does the actual summer schedule look like for a lot of these guys? Do they get to go home? Some of them back to their other countries, some of them obviously across the street. What does that look like in the summer?
It's mixed. Some will go home, back to their countries. Some will stay here and play for UPSL and PSL teams over the summer and work a little bit and get to play. And then some of the guys will stay here in Yankton and train. So it's a variety. And then for all the new players we have coming in, we send them a comprehensive summer training plan based off how many times they're playing a week. So when everybody gets here in August, we're ready to roll.
Well, let's talk about August when August comes. I am very, very excited for next season, Coach. I am looking forward to seeing what y'all are going to do next. In terms of today, thank you for coming in and talking with me. Those men's leagues and the co-ed leagues sound like a lot of fun for community members to keep an eye on too.
Well, thanks for having us in. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Those are the sounds of loyal companions looking for a new home and family. The Heartland Humane Society has dogs and cats looking to become a new member of your family, ready for adoption today. Every animal available for adoption is vaccinated, spayed or neutered, microchipped, and dewormed, saving you over $200 or more in vet care while giving you a loyal friend. Come visit all available animals at 3400 East Highway 50 Yankton or online at heartlandhumanesociety.net.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota Mac in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to. Long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service. And even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Call Brendan Hansen and Brandon Tykrow or visit them at Suite 101B Morgan Square in Yankton.
All right, back in the Lancer Locker, 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT. Wrapping up the day. Thank you to Marvin Klur, Josh Ndoli, and Sheldon Spellman, the head coach of the Lancers, all for coming in and talking with us here today. That was a fun one, having those guys in. I always love having people from the soccer team coming in, and really just athletes for Mount Marty in general. I love how many different players from around the world we always get to talk to here. It's just really cool to talk with them both with the mics on and off about coming into Yankton and experiencing South Dakota, and I get to learn a little bit about their home. It's always just fun. I love it so much. So thank you to Coach Spellman for bringing those guys in. I love talking with him. And once again, as he said, those co-ed and men's leagues full swing right now if you're interested in those two. And that's about going to do it for us today. Go over our upcoming schedule once again. With the baseball program, Mount Marty Baseball will be hosting Dordt University on Friday, doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. We will have all coverage right here at 12:30 will be the pregame. I myself will have the call of that action, and now that I'm done with the flu, I actually get to call the games, and I'm very excited about that. And Cooper Kanthick is going to be joining me. He'll be making his KYN TV debut on the mic on Friday. We're excited about him as well, calling some baseball. All right, that's going to do it for the show today, though. Thank you for listening to the Lancer Locker. I'm Tel Tanner. We're here every Monday evening getting to know student athletes and coaches at Mount Marty University. Have a great night. We'll see you on Friday. This has been the Lancer Locker.